Hello, hello. How are you today? Back here today in which one? Ayrshire Estates, that little town. Just logged in. Let's do the clicky on the gold because gold is my friend. First thing, okay, let's hit this. Just see what's going on here. I have no fruit at all. That's why I can't be making jam. I have done a few things since the last recording. Not a heck of a lot, and I'll show you real quickly what it is. Mostly, it was just some of the routine, do it over and over stuff. I finally... What are all the noises? Am I losing internet again? I'm hearing lots of little blippy bits. I will turn off the speakers, and then unless my computer crashes, it'll be fine. Oh my goodness. So I finally got in here during a fall or summer, whatever season I needed to plant the wasabi. So we'll finish harvesting that today. Finally, isn't that it's one I've had like forever, right? We have soybeans, blowfish. We do have some of those. We popped down that one day. Ducklings, apparently I only have 19 of them, but I didn't even know I needed ducklings. So yay that I've got that many. And we need 60 pear trees, or we need 60 pears at any rate. So I'm going to have a look at that. There's the wasabi field over there. Now what I have done since you guys are here last, I had put the little ducklings down in the the process of unlocking things. You start to know, you've got to do other things before you get to these things. So I've just started putting some critters down. I did a lot with this. As you can see, we've got a lot more vegetables available to us, and that just came from going, oh, I need a lot of cauliflowers, let's plant those. And that's all I did. I did that with some grapes, I did that with some tomatoes, with onions. No big deal, just popping around in circles. I put these two up for storage because I got tired of wasting everything I had. That seemed like a bad choice. And I was over here, finishing off. Actually, I think the last recording we clicked on the last stage of this. So we now have a new house. And I have come in here and finished off one round of food and started the next. And you can tell that because I now have 116 tickets. So we're going to be able to hire a farmhand here to look after our fish for us, or perhaps the animals, whatever. They can start doing some chores for us. So we're going to look at that today. We're going to look at that very first thing. Over here we have fish. Lots and lots of little fish. Now I think I may have messed myself up with sizes. I hit the Q button there. Come over here to the building. I want this. We have 69 ribbons. I can buy that. We're going to be paying them every hour. They're going to want 2 tickets. So good job. And we only get 15 total. Notice that under the farmhand section there on the right. It's going to cost us 15 ribbons to buy it, 2 tickets to pay it. The contract is an hour at a time. So they're getting 2 tickets an hour. That's their wages. And I can own up to 15 of them. We are going to take one of these. Oh, I'm all right here with sizing. If we put this in here, you can see the dotted line. It's showing us how far that will go. If we come over to here, it hits all the fish. I like it. And it even gives us some more room. In a couple of places, we can pick up the other fish pond and bring it over here as well. So I'm going to pop this little guy down. And the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is pay her. Ka-ching. There you go. Can I pay more than one? Looks like I can. Oh, good. I can pay a few in advance. Look at this, the farmhand in the bottom right left-hand corner now where it says farmhand. It shows the little brawly there. It says 3 hours and 59 minutes. So I'm able to pay up to 4 hours in advance. So I don't have to worry about doing that all the time. So if I leave the game running for 4 hours today, or I'm playing for 4 hours today, my little farmhand is going to be over there. Look at that little fish coming in. He just pulled some koi. Oh, that's my girl. I am going to pick, I'll go ahead and do this. I have 2 fishings available in here, and it showed me that number down under where the tuna was. Now I'm going to get on this so we get as many as possible at a time. Hit the Z button. We get the red dotted lines that shows me that I have picked these up. And I'm going to pick the rest of them up. Did I get this last one? I can't tell, but I have it now. And we're going to bring the fish over here. And then as long as I just pay the wages, I don't have to worry about fishing anymore. The fish will, every time they become available, this lovely little lady here is going to pick things up for me. And this is not going to be big enough. And I don't even care, because I'm just going to put them over here somewhere. Is there more? There are 5 more. Like so. Can we tidy that up? Why can't I just get the one? That is weird. It'll go the one side but not the other. And this, we've got the boundary here around the, various fish that have popped up. Some of the fish used to eat. They would eat each other. You couldn't put, a couple of them you couldn't mix together. And this wasn't available before. You could just do that, and then things didn't go very well. But this is something that's new. And there are things like that throughout the game. They're continually updating it. They're continually sort of adding to it. They're doing a very good job of just making the game, it's just progressing nice and slow. But things will change. Balances will change occasionally. I could put some more fish over here. Things do change on occasion. And if I say something that later turns out to just be a stupid head wrong, I apologize. It might have been that it just got updated when I wasn't watching. Entirely possible. Can I pick another? Where is he? Yeah, I can put more over there. As long as he can reach, he, she, it, they. What is this one? Catch rate mussels. I have no mussels. As long as they can reach 1 square, they will be able to harvest for me. So that's a good thing. I mean, I could toss in a few more along here. You know what? Let's just do that. Before we even bother to need them, let's just get a few things. What I'm mousing over, I'm looking over to the right-hand side and seeing where it says iridescent shark. Right down at the bottom, it says owned 9. I'm just looking for any that I don't have an owned button on or an owned number for. We're just going to toss some more fish in here because we can. More fish is more better. So I have a few. I mean, it's not a lot, but it'll start the process, right? We have no carp. We're going to put you in here. And here the best thing about this, of course, red scorpion, anglerfish, piranha, Mariana, whatever that's called. I'm not sure what's the right way to say this. But the interesting part here is I could just continue this fish stuff right around the corner and out to God knows where, because as long as he can access that corner, they'll be able to harvest fish. That's all you need. That's all you need. As long as they can access 1 square of water, they will harvest all your fish. And I will do a proper fish farm. Here, I turn the speakers off on the computer and I get noises from the phone. So clownfish need to be up to level 10. So let's just put in some more. What the heck? So it looks like I have bought everything that I need for leveling. Now this is a neon tetra. Look at the bottom. It says owned 025. The fact that it's a limited number tells me that it was an event fish, and there's probably nothing that I will have to level this for to raise it up to catch to get other fish opened. The bass is the same. 9, 8, 9, 9, no, 16. Ooh, got a bunch of them. 19, whatever. I was just plopping them down here, weren't I? So I'm just looking at those numbers at the bottom, making sure I own some of everything. And as soon as these others start to level up, the rest of the fish will be open for me. So we've made a big dent in the vegetables. We've made a solid dent in the fish already. The flowers, we have a long way to go. This is going to take some doing. We are trying to get these tulips raised up, or grown up, leveled up. I do have 35 of them down. This will be more tulip. We just have to wait. The roses, I have planted some of those. We're just waiting on them to grow. The blue and yellow orchids, I believe I have both planted now. Quite a lot of them. Good job. The blue and pink, oh, I don't have these. I do not have these anywhere. So you know what? let's just plant some flowers. You just gotta get them leveled. That's it, that's all. What else? And this is pretty messy. I am not even pretending to try and have anything, you know, set out pretty. It's just get them up there, get them leveled, and then we will make a plan when we have everything available. Pink and white daffodils. I have some daffodils planted. Got the pink ones. I have no white ones. So guess what's next? Daffodils. And we'll see what else is down here that we can actually... Blue bellflower. Do I even have those opened? Rosemary, oleander, spices, lavender. The bellflower. There it is, right there. We need some blue bellflowers too, folks. So we'll head them up this way. And I did plant a few more flowers while you guys were away. But this is all I'm doing. If I can see what's required, I will plant it. Pink wisteria. I have none of those planted either. And they're so pretty. This is such a lovely plant. But we will start the process. The flowers take a while because some of them it's just once a week that you're harvesting, or every 2 days or 3 days or blah, blah, blah. So, do I have anything that needs planting? Just this. Before the summer was completely done, I thought, you know, if I need 30 of some plant, maybe I better get my backside busy and do that. But we don't. We'll have to wait for whatever season is coming up. So we will do our chores. So we have a very messy, not pretty to look at, horribly inefficient fish farm. But we do have our first fish farm, so that's all right. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. And we'll have to look at the animals as well and put down a few of each somewhere. Now the animals are a little trickier to place with a farmhand because they do have to reach every square. The fish, because fish swim around, water is connected. Oddly enough, it's very liquid. Ooh. As long as they can reach the one tile. I mean, theoretically, and I've never thought about this before, I have seen it, I guess, now that I think about it, because I remember thinking, oh, to me that looked messy. I just didn't like it. But wow, would it get the most from a farmhand? Let's say we have this block over here, like the upper left-hand corner where my mouse is mucking about. This is, you know, when we get to the edge of the map, the outer properties all the way around the map are completely flat. If we put just a block of all the fish and we make sure we had enough of each one, we could then, okay, let's say we filled this with fish and that little orange square right there was our farmhand. And then we could put animals around him or plants around him or do whatever so that the entire, all he needs is one space, one connection. So actually, I guess the farmhand would be something like over here. And as long as one block went into that fish, we could fill up the farmhand all the way around with, say, beehives. We only need to have one little block of the fish tuck in. Now that won't work for everything right now because we do have these crunchy fish that like to eat other fish. So these wouldn't work. But for everything else, all we need is one single block somewhere within the boundary of this person's access. So like this here, we could put more fish here. We could actually, why don't we put more fish here? We'll just do it. Whatever we have least of or whatever we need most of to go later. Clownfish is 10. Required level, we just have to get to level up the farm. Mussels and clams. Well, those aren't big levels. I mean, we could put a few more clams down, I guess. The snapper needs to be 5. What's a snapper look like, folks? Does any... Oh, I got it right the first time. 60% catch rate, only every 45 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm not going to worry about that too much. These are just a matter of leveling, and we don't even know what we need in there yet. So apparently we don't know what the fish is. We've got to open this to get to that, probably is what we're looking at. Okie dokie then. More snappers, more mussels, clams. Let's put in a few more clams. What is the fishing? 65%, just over an hour. 65 or 80%, just over an hour. You know what? That'll be fine. They're going to be just fine. And the nice thing about it too is every time you're fishing, you're getting experience for the farm. You're having some money come in. It's all pretty good. It's all pretty good. We have no fruit whatsoever. Now, our fall season, do we have anything we need to plant for fall? We don't. Let's go check our quests again. What do we have to do? We have to harvest the wasabi. Awesome. Red peppers are done. We just have to wait on the duckling and the fish. Soybeans. We got to watch for soybeans. And we've got to plant some pear trees. So why don't we go and sell off some shrooms because they are filled. We will do that. And then just go find an empty spot and put in some pear trees. Because apparently I haven't done that yet. You know what? I can put them right here. We'll take this guy and move you over with your little buddies over here. I got some stuff to clean up here too, I guess. But like I said, I'm not even pretending to try to make anything pretty at this point. I did the first time and it's just, well, I mean, the first one, I didn't know about recycling. I didn't, you know, I was just learning the game. I really didn't know what I was doing at all. And I went through, you know, all the things to make it pretty from day one. And I was constantly rearranging and constantly fixing this and doing that. And this time out, it's like, you know what? I've got half a dozen farms. I've done this before. I just want to level this up as quickly as possible on as little land as possible. Because we're going to look at one more thing today before I'm done. So we have our first farmhand in. Now I popped that in without really thinking about explaining it too much. So if I haven't given you enough information, I do apologize. And I feel like I should do a recap or something. Farmhands will take care of things on your farm. They don't replant, but they will harvest. They will pick flowers. They will pick trees. They will pick up fish. They will harvest all the produce from your animals and refeed the animals. They're quite handy for everything except these field crops. Now they will harvest a field crop, but they're not going to replant and take care of everything. Unless that's changed since the last time I tried. What if it has? I actually have no idea. I don't think it has. I don't think it has. Because I try that every once in a while. It hasn't worked for me yet. But anyway, the farmhands are, we have to reach a certain level on the farm before we can get them. I'm not sure if it says what that is. Did it tell us what we needed? No. But we do need these pink ribbons that we get from questing to be able to buy the farmhand station in the first place. And the only way to pay them is with tickets. They want 2 tickets per hour for wages. The only way to get the tickets is through putting up a house and doing the cooking and things that you can do within the house. So you will buy a house, put it down. You're going to have to pay for, you know, the 4 to 6 stages that each house takes to build. Some houses take most of a day between stages, so it's not, you don't just pop it down and say, oh, I've got this. You've got to build it. It takes a while. And then when you get inside, you hit the Q button, and you'll be able to see all the things that you can buy in your house. And you'll put, the first thing you can do are stoves. That's the only thing you can do. That will start to give you the tickets that you can then use to pay the wages of your farmhands. So you need ribbons to buy the stand. You get ribbons through questing. You need tickets to be able to pay them. And you get tickets through building a house and doing doing activities inside the house. And that is the process of automating some of your farm. Now, the farmhand only works while I'm in the game. So if I leave, I turn the game off, the farmhand isn't working anymore. Now, a nice thing, though, which they changed, when I first started playing this game, you would pay your farmhand. You know, I'd do the full 4 hours because I didn't want to have to worry about it, right? I didn't have to worry about going back every hour and paying them. And what happened, though, I'd leave the game, and then they stopped working because I wasn't here. But the time continued on, so all my wages disappeared. That doesn't happen anymore. When you come back, you will still have whatever wages you've paid your people. And I think that was a really, really lovely, kind, absolutely fabulous thing for them to have done. That's really good. Really nice. Now, if my little coos, I did put some cows out again for milk and again just for the leveling process. We're going to, sorry, I didn't mean to kick that little lady off to hell and back there. I didn't mean it, little one. We can pick up some fruit for jam. The mushrooms are already full. I'm just going to waste it, aren't I? Oh well. But it's experience points, and oh, I didn't get quite full. Good. We're going to grab the eggs too. Again, no reason except that I've got a bit of cash on hand now. I can afford to feed my animals. The first farm, the first times, I ran out of money so often by just planting away and then realizing that my animals weren't fed and I didn't even have the money to feed them. It happened to me. It probably happened like 6 times. It was just ridiculous. I just couldn't. I'd get popping along and forgetting that, you run out of money sometimes. So much like all the other games I play. Oh, God. Oh, well. And refill that. We shall go up and milk the goats. I like goat milk. If it's nice and cold. It's got a stronger flavor. Well, it depends on what you feed your goats too, but I used to let mine grow, like run around in the bush a lot, and that gave it a much stronger flavor, but as long as it was good and cold, it was just delicious. Good stuff. Yes, I've had 7 goats in my life. And I'm going to harvest these guys again just for the leveling process. I'm sure they must be needed for something. I have no doubt that we must need them for some darn thing. Okie doke. What do we need? You know what? You can always do fruit. Oh, we need these now. Okay. Shrooms. How many do we need? I wonder. And of course, I did not turn the mod on. A lot of you guys are asking me about the mods, and rather than continue, I keep trying to answer. I want to be helpful. I want to tell you as soon as I can. But I do have. It's called a mod of note. It's a few recordings back. It is part of this playlist. Just go to the playlist, look toward the beginning, and you'll see something that says a mod of note. And that will explain the whole process for you. F5. There it is. Now it's on. Okay. And the whole thing is there. I have explained it. It was like first thing out. I introduced the farm, and the next thing I did, I believe, was talk about the mod, because it's just too nice to have. It's just too lovely to have. Especially, if you just want to get on with building. If you're just sort of laid back, I'm just I'm farming, I'm doing the clicky, it's all good. Who cares? You don't need the mod. I played most of the first year without it, so is it on? It doesn't look like it's on, does it? Why is this not working? What did I do? It says it's on. Farm together. Toggle on, toggle off. what? I'm just going to close it and we're going to try again because that I don't think I've had that happen before. Weemod is there. And it says it's on, but I'm not seeing anything happen. Do you? And now it's off. And we will go back out of here and turn it on again. And nothing is happening. I don't know why. No idea. Well, I've not had that happen. I am playing the game. That's on. I don't know, folks, but the mod's not working for me today. And it looks like I might have to restart the game to get that to work today, so I'm not going to bother. Oh, we can make our first, another cheese. How many cheese? We have 4 cheese. 5 cheese. Oh, there we go. We are being like the count. Okay, so we got the wasabi harvested. Fruit. That's a berry. I need fruity things. I'm going to plant some watermelon. I actually, let me check before I do. They take forever. But I know I needed them. That's zucchini. Where were they? Oh, maybe I've done them already. Ooh, it looks like I got the melons open already. Turnips, we have to do a lot of them. I have to get up to 8, and I feel like we might have to go further. And carrots. Oh, carrots. They got to get them to level 30, for goodness sakes. So we will plant carrots. I remember, like, the first time I played, I wasn't doing it this way. I was just, if something became available, I planted it. I wasn't looking ahead. I just like puttering along, having a good time, relaxing, watching lots of movies on Netflix while I did this. And I wasn't paying any attention at all to what was coming or should be coming. And I reached a point where there was a vegetable I needed for a quest, and I ended up having to plant carrots without the mod. 4 days, just days of planting carrots so that I could manage to get that last, the next vegetable open so I could just do a quest. It was like, no, I have learned a thing. I'm not doing it that way anymore. I can't, that's not ready. These guys, though, I can plant that. There you be. Okay, so we've done the farmhands today, and I said I wanted to show you one more thing before we go, because we have a few bits. If I want to go over there and check the fish now, it's a ways. If I want to go back and check on the flowers that we've just planted, they're going all the way back there. So what I'm gonna do is this, and I'm sure I'm gonna move these 1,000 times. See, it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta walk and walk, and I'm so slow, and oh, I'm so impatient. One must hurry. So if I want to be back here for some reason, and I think what I'll do is pop it right over here so I can get behind those flowers, or come over here and check out the fish, whatever. I'm going to click Q, go to our little building here, and we are looking for these. It's called a point of interest. To me, it's called a way shrine. When I say way shrine, I apologize. This is what I'm talking about, because that's how I think of them in my head. So that's what they are for me, okay? So I'm going to put that one down there. I'm going to come way over here where I might want to come out and harvest flowers. Because this is a ways out from the center of things, right? Actually, I'm going to go even further. We're going to go all the way over to here. Hit Q. I'm going to buy another one and pop that down here. And then what I can do, if I want to get back over here to my flowers, this little bus depot looking thing is always home. But now I can click on that and come back here. And I know we were filled with mushrooms and flowers, so let me just sell off a few while I'm in the area. So it's called a point of interest, but you'll always be a way shrine to me. I suppose we can get rid of the Christmas tree any old time now, can't we? And we do have some flowers way back here, and if we want to come out and harvest these things, it's a hike. It's a bit of a hike, so I'm going to put in one more over here. Now, and if I'm putting around on the map somewhere, now I can always hit M to see the map. And if I see that, like the little crosshatch means there's something that I can harvest there. If those the little crosshatches are on an orange place, that tells me that I have a quest that is ready to harvest. So it's like if that were way over here, I can do hauling, or I can just click on that and go now. And you can do this from anywhere in the map. I have to admit, when I first started playing, I would run to a way shrine and go from there to another way shrine. But you don't need to do that. You could just go from any old place at all, which is quite nice, actually. Quite nice indeed. So there we go. Way shrines, points of interest are dead easy. And the farming, if I haven't explained it well enough, do post a message. I apologize, and I'll give you more information. And I know I've been here a full half hour now on this stream because my pot of gold just became available again. Clicky, yes. And there you go. And that's it. That's all. Until I see you guys next time, let's try to live our lives happy and build it beautiful. Bye-bye.